I hope you're all doing well. Scott has done his turn one. The French have moved. The French have suffered attrition. The French have, actually, Scott and I have both done rolls, dice rolls for scouting and screening of the two forces that are within 30 miles of each other. Just to explain something, you're automatically going to detect French forces if they're within 30 miles of a coalition unit. Now, the question is, how accurate is that going to be? You're either going to be perfectly on time if you roll really great and the French screening roll is really bad, or you can over-exaggerate the size of the enemy, or you can under-exaggerate the size of the enemy, and you're not going to be exactly sure. Only I'll know, because the dice rolls are going to be blind from Scott and from the community on what the other side rolled. So just don't know how good your scouting is going to be. So take it with a grain of salt. I guess that's probably pretty realistic. Here is the order of battle for the coalition forces. Attrition-wise, you'll see that this First Corps and the Army of the North, they suffered some casualties. A certain percentage will come back as wounded. You'll see them over here in the column. But I spread the casualties out over the entire division. And it happened a lot in the North. I don't know if the weather's rough up there. And I'm sorry if I'm scrolling too fast, but I don't want this to be in a 3.5-hour video. Some minor casualties down here with this corps. Yeah, it is a corps, excuse me. These are all corps, I forgot. I said division. And then there was a few more down here, as you'll see. So you have your max strength, your current strength. All of the Austrian units are always going to be large on our scoring system, the infantry units. You can go, I'll share a link for this, but it's on previous videos too, that anybody can look at this Google document. So don't get too nauseated. You can rewind the YouTube video, or you can just follow the link below. It'll take you right to the document and you can look at it. And it's updated probably very often. This is the insanity of how big this coalition force is at 400 and something thousand troops. A little less now, but I'll go ahead and stop scrolling. But also, Scott wanted to try differentiating between light and heavy cavalry, so I've gone ahead and updated. I need to update this one right here, so that's a good thing I caught that. And also add in some horse artillery as well. So a couple of the batteries are now horse artillery, which is kind of nice because the document that the guys from Little Wars TV already had that in there. So all cavalry, as I said in a different video, is going to be battle cavalry. Campaign cavalry, unless it's guard. And this is GDA rules, so not quite as good. Any guard cavalry is going to be battle cavalry, so they'll be a little bit better. So trying to keep it a little bit simple, but adding a little bit into it as well. All right, so we'll take a look at the map, and we'll go from there. We look at the campaign map for the 6th Coalition. Of course, the French units aren't visible. Scott's map doesn't show coalition stuff. Just the third map that I have has everybody mapped out. Up around Berlin, we've got the Army of the North. And as we scroll down, I think this is the combo Russo-Prussian army back here around Bautzen. You've got another force down here by Dresden. I think this is Blucher's command. Probably the Army of Bohemia is over here. Sorry, I can't remember the difference. But the main groups of the Allied army are all together. The 4 that are on the battlefield. There's still the Army of Poland that has not arrived yet. This unit right here, this Austrian unit, there's not enough flags to do it all, did detect the French unit. Their scouts are reporting 9,000 infantry, 30 guns, and 500 cavalry. And this unit is moving to the southwest towards Altenburg. That is the only unit that the Allies have detected so far. And it looks like this unit is moving away from Kolditz, and that's it. The rest of the map, if you've never seen it, is it's pretty big. You know, if each unit's moving 1 hex at a time, that's, you know, decent. The main targets for the Allies, the coalition, will be Leipzig here. I'll scroll in on it, and then scroll back out, and then up here in the northwest, Magdeburg. I'm actually going to do this and grab that and move it up. There you go. Your main defenses for the coalition, of course, will be Berlin up here. Let me get up there. And there's Berlin. And the other one is right here at Dresden. So, and Napoleon will also be trying to knock out certain corps out of the battle too. You get a point for each corps you knock out. You also get a point for each one of these major cities if you take control of them. So now it's time for the Allies to decide what they want to do. There will be some polls probably out. This will be out probably Friday or Saturday, tomorrow or Saturday, for people to decide what to do. I'm going to ask the channel members to help me narrow it down to 3 or 4 options. I'll probably do by the army and do kind of general stuff. That would be able to move a little bit faster. One concern I have, right now, the way the coalition set up, a lot of their units are grouped together. The bigger a unit is in 1 hex, the harder attrition will hit it. The Allied army is bigger than the French army, but they took a lot more casualties because the French are more dispersed. So that might be an option too, or at least a minor option, to break some of these corps down into sub-corps or reinforced divisions, if that's an acceptable term, and then pick general directions of where each army group should move and maybe leave certain parts behind. That's all I've got for now. I will make a separate video for the channel members to get that to them, and then look forward to seeing some polls in the next day or two, and then we can start moving units. The orders we give are not going to be hex by hex, even they're going to move hex by hex. But once I have general orders of what the coalition or what the community wants to do, I'll be able to move them day by day towards the objective of whatever they say. And then when it gets to that point, or we get to a big combat, of course, we're going to stop and come back. Because I can get a hold of Scott real quick, and he's just doing turn-by-turn movements. So as each day, I just reach out to him. I basically talk to him about every day anyway. So real quick blast conversation. So we'll do that. It's got one more thing to show you guys, and we'll turn you loose, and hope you have a good night tonight. In this Excel spreadsheet, or Google Sheet, sorry, this is what this is. You'll see this is, you can look, but I prefer if the community doesn't. I don't feel like having separate documents. We're just going to go on the honor system here, but this is the French order battles here on this tab. French tactically will be here. That's just for Scott. 6th coalition, got all the units here, whatever's on that each map hex. So you could look at the map and go, hey, there's a C there. What is that actually? Then you come back and hit the 6th coalition tack, and you can see that's 1st Corps. That's the right wing of the Army of Bohemia, under Colloredo, which I pronounced probably horribly wrong. This is the important part here. Total strength points. Once you get into 28 and 29 points, you're really taking a risk. So it's almost a little bit better to have stuff in the 15 to 17 range. Seems to be a safer point. Less than 20 is really good. 19 is really good. And you can see that if you look at the guide tab and scroll down to attrition. You can say at 19 and 15 to 20, your chances of losing units are really slim, because you get a -1 modifier here if you're in supply. So only if you roll a 6, you'll lose, 1,220 guys. But when you're out here, these massive units that are all put into one hex, you can lose every day, 7,000 guys if you roll horribly out here. And if you're out of supply, it's horrible. So just just knowing the rules helps a little bit. Yeah, each strength point is, here it is, 2 infantry battalions is 1,200 men. So, and the cavalry is not 2 cavalry regiments, 960. And I haven't taken away artillery yet, but I might do that, especially on retreats and stuff. But no effect on artillery yet with attrition. We'll see. But this is the cool one down here at campaign calendar. So the first day is August 16th, 1813. I'm not going to write anything from the French perspective. Scott will just, he's getting email correspondence and messages on through Messenger reports to him. But this is what the losses just today, because the first turn of the phase is to attrition. So you can see there's 3,000. That pushes it to 4,000, 5,200. 6,000. The Allies lost like 7,000 guys in the first day. Now, some of these guys are sick and they can come back, but a good percentage of them are also gone forever. So some of them will return in the reinforcement phase, but that's once a week. So by splitting up your forces, you can, or traveling in smaller groups, you can lessen this burden here. You could have almost no army after 2 weeks of marching. So be aware. And this is the anything in red will be either be a battle or it'll be a scouting thing. And this is the Army of Bohemia Reserve Corps detected the 9,000 French. So that's it. Looking forward to getting those polls out there. Just got to get some guidance because I'm not the most tactically savvy guy in the world. And I don't want my lack of strategic commanding affect the coalition's chance of actually winning this war. So we'll go from there and stay tuned for more action. You guys are great and have a great Friday and a great weekend. See ya.